The UFC 264 main event between Conor McGregor and Dustin Poirier didn't have a title on the line, but there was plenty at stake on July 10th before a capacity crowd at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Poirier lost his first ever fight against McGregor back in 2014. The next time they met, Poirier beat McGregor with a TKO. With these two finally meeting again, we saw Poirier win by TKO at the end of round 1. In the aftermath of this fight, we thought we would tell you more about what happens next. Has Conor McGregor gone too far threatening Dustin Poirier, and what will happen next? But before we get into the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel with notifications on so you don't miss any of the new videos we post. Background: McGregor faced Dustin Poirier on September 27, 2014 at UFC 178. Despite McGregor landing 9 significant strikes to Poirier's 10, McGregor managed to secure a victory early on in the first round by pressuring Poirier onto his back foot before exploding with a left hook behind Poirier's ear, forcing referee Herb Dean to step in. The finish officially came at a minute 46 into the first round. This marked Poirier's first UFC loss via KO or TKO and earned McGregor his second straight Performance of the Night award. This was also the first time Poirier was stopped by strikes. After the match, Poirier said, "I always saw it as a plus, but the Conor McGregor fight was the turning point. I remember I was backstage getting ready to walk out and I saw him and he threw this smile and pointed at me. I don't know why, but it really got to me, man. It really messed with my head." After the loss, Poirier transferred up a weight class to the lightweight division. Poirier said that it was because weight cuts are distracting him from training. He also claimed he would never go back to featherweight nor move up to welterweight. "This is the division. Lightweight. I'm going to win the belt at," said Poirier in an interview. On June 6, 2020, McGregor announced once more that he was retiring from fighting. Despite talks of retirement, McGregor was booked to face former UFC lightweight championship challenger Dustin Poirier in a rematch. In the first bout of his new contract, Poirier faced Conor McGregor in a rematch of their 2014 bout at UFC 257 on January 24, 2021. He won the fight via technical knockout in the second round, becoming the first person to defeat McGregor by knockout. This win earned him the Performance of the Night award. McGregor was later handed a 6-month medical suspension after the knockout. An anticipated trilogy bout between the pair had been scheduled to headline UFC 264 on July 10th. Before the fight at UFC 264, McGregor was already threatening a journalist. At the last media event to promote the pay-per-view fight, McGregor didn't appreciate a couple of smart remarks from one journalist in attendance regarding his recent 3-3 legacy. Wearing a bright pink suit, the reporter began by saying, "Conor, I've got a question for you. You have won exactly one fight since Barack Obama was president." Before he was allowed to finish his question, a furious McGregor butted in. "Shut your mouth before I come down and smash your nose in," McGregor seethed. "I'll smash your nose in, you little rat. Someone smack him. Someone smack him," he demanded. Poirier faced McGregor for the third time on July 10th, 2021 at UFC 264. Poirier won the fight in round 1 via doctor stoppage after McGregor suffered a leg injury, which was a broken tibia, and was unable to continue. After the ending to UFC 264, Dustin Poirier claimed that Conor McGregor was hurling death threats at the former interim lightweight champion, and a video has since surfaced backing that up. After the fight, an alternate angled video was released on Twitter showing McGregor shouting at Poirier before his post-fight interview with Joe Rogan. While the verbiage was not simple to hear, it seems that McGregor did, in fact, threaten Poirier. While the tweet claims that McGregor also threatened Poirier's wife, Jolie, it's not clear that's actually the case. There's some debate as to whether or not McGregor actually says, "you and your missus," but it sounds reasonably clear to some, and it certainly fits in with all of the other trash talk notorious sent in the direction of Jolie Poirier. The former two-division champion stated multiple times, "In your sleep, you're getting it," and that the rivalry ain't over. Poirier agrees with that idea as well, saying that he will fight McGregor again, whether it's in the octagon or on the sidewalk. Poirier also said that McGregor said a lot of other things in the build-up to the trilogy fight that he hopes gets shown to the public at some point. Conor said some nasty stuff that didn't make it on Embedded, and maybe when this behind-the-scenes stuff for this fight airs, you'll see him on the ground still saying some real bad stuff, Poirier said during the UFC 264 post-fight press conference. But even that stuff being said, I don't wish serious harm like that on nobody. The guy's got kids. I want him to go home safe to his family. I pray before these fights. Every time before I walk through the octagon door, I'm praying that not for me to win. I'm praying that we both get out of this, because I know what I'm going to try to do to him, and I know what he's going to try to do to me. Good Fight Foundation incident. Prior to UFC 257, McGregor had promised he would donate $500,000 to his opponent, Dustin Poirier's charity foundation, the Good Fight Foundation. After the third bout was targeted, Poirier claimed McGregor and his team had stopped responding to the foundation's emails regarding the donation. McGregor responded that he was awaiting details as to where the money to the foundation would be spent, to which he claimed Poirier and his team had not made clear. Weeks later, it was revealed McGregor McGregor had made a $500,000 donation to a different charity foundation, the Boys and Girls Club of Acadiana in Lafayette, Louisiana, where Poirier was born and raised. What next? After all this, it seems like there will be round 4 between Conor McGregor and Dustin Poirier. After their third bout at UFC 264 was cut short due to McGregor's grotesque leg injury, it was clear that there was still unfinished business between the two. It was McGregor's second loss to Poirier in 2021 after the Irishman scored a first-round knockout in the first fight of their rivalry in 2014. "This is not over," McGregor shouted in the cage before he was stretchered out and rushed to the hospital. While giving an update on McGregor, who is now 1-3 in his past 4 MMA fights, UFC President Dana White said he felt a fourth fight between the longtime rivals only made sense. "The fight didn't get finished," he said. "You can't have a fight finished that way. We'll see how this whole thing plays out. Who knows how long Conor is out? When Conor is healed and ready to go, we'll do the rematch, I guess. Poirier will do his thing until Conor is ready." "Karma's not a bee, she's a mirror," Poirier told reporters after the fight. "There's no holds barred with the trash talk, but murder is something you don't clown around with. There's no coming back from that, and this guy was saying he was going to murder me. He was telling me he was going to kill me. Tomorrow I'm going to leave here in a coffin. You don't talk like that to people, man. I hope this guy gets home safe to his beautiful family." McGregor is not one who has a lack of controversy in his life. Here are some other times McGregor flouted controversy. Punch in the pub. McGregor's most shameful moment came in April last year after he was caught on CCTV punching a man in his 50s at a Drimnagh pub following a dispute over his Proper 12 whiskey. It led to several fans in Ireland turning their back on the former 2-division champion and some pubs even refusing to sell his whiskey. McGregor pleaded guilty to one charge of assault last November and was fined £861. Smashing fans' phone. The Notorious was out of the octagon throughout 2019 but was making noise for all the wrong reasons. In March, he was captured smashing a fan's phone on the floor in Miami and later arrested, but he settled a civil lawsuit with the victim out of court. On this occasion, McGregor may have realized he could win a fight, but he cannot beat the law. I wonder how much the fan received to drop the case. Post-fight brawl. McGregor would get his chance to settle his score with Nurmagomedov at the UFC 229 in October 2018. But after winning by submission in 4 rounds, Khabib hopped the cage and began brawling with McGregor's team while the Irishman did the same in the cage. McGregor was banned for 6 months and handed a £60,000 fine, but boasted about landing the final punch of the night on Nurmagomedov's cousin. McGregor has reached the stage where he has made a lot of enemies. He better keep being able to put his fist where his mouth is, so to speak. And there you have it. Are you looking forward to this 4th fight? Where will your money be? Feel free to leave a comment below. Thank you for watching this video, and be sure to check back for more. Until then, take care.